Dick Smith had a lot to do with opening up and connecting all these people together and stuff because he was, like I said, very willing to share that information, you know. And because I came from that school of thinking and idolized Dick, I tried to be the same way. And I've created most of my own competition. I mean, as I said, I showed Stan how Dick did this stuff, you know, but there, I had this 13-year-old kid that contacted me that wanted to be a makeup artist, who was a very talented artist, the stuff he showed me, but had never did makeup. And I took him under my wing, and he was like my first assistant. His name's Rob Bottin. He's gone on to do some really nice work. I had another guy named Greg Canham, who the first time he ever worked was for me. He was working at Knott's Berry Farm on a log ride, and I gave him a job, and he's gone off to get a number of Academy Awards and do a lot of stuff. Steve Johnson, who's another one who does the stuff, was a kid that I met in a convention in Texas who I thought showed some promise, and I brought him out and he worked for me. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's a lot of, and I take a lot of pride in that a lot of the good work that's being done are being done by people that I train, you know, and was very proud of that, you know. But it does make, it is a small club still, but it's a bigger club than you would think. I mean, in those days, when I did American Werewolf, for example, that's when I brought Steve Johnson out from Texas because the scale of that movie was beyond what I could do by myself in the time that I had. And there was no workforce to choose from. I mean, there was nobody that was really doing this stuff. I mean, there was Dick Smith, who had his own movies going, you know, and there was John Chambers still, who was out here, and that was kind of pretty much it, you know. So I had to hire guys that were just had an interest like I did, and did it as a hobby, and they were kids. And my crew on American Werewolf in London were all teenagers, you know. And fortunately, we had some time, and the first part of the time we had was Rick showing these kids how to make a life mask and how to make a mold and how to do the stuff the way I did it. And they practiced, and then we made American Werewolf.